Thinks he had a heart attack but didn't. His EKG, cardiac enzymes, and catheterization are all normal.
Because it's an anxiety attack. Probably because he just turned 40 and still goes by the name Tommy.
It's not anxiety. Had the ER docs interview his wife. She confirmed he's been feeling fine. Nothing out of the ordinary at work or at home.
She probably also believes that he thinks Salma Hayek's breasts are too big.
Which is why I had them admit him anyway and treat without prazolam. No improvements.
Because?
Because for some patients, the diagnosis of anxiety disorder can actually increase anxiety. Which is also why I told him he had a minor respiratory infection that was easily curable by the medication.
You lied?
I ruled out heart attack and anxiety disorder.
Interesting.
I know.
Impressive.
But the wiliness with which Foreman ruled out anxiety, or his complete wiliness-lessness before he met me?
The fact that you managed to smear jelly on nearly every page.
Shingles could cause chest pain before a rash appeared.
Pain would be restricted to one dermatome. You cross them.
Asthma-induced pneumothorax would and might not show up in a posterior-anterior X-ray.
No history of asthma.
I did a lateral view as well. No sign of pneumothorax or deep sulcus sign.
I treated an inmate once with similar symptoms after he tried to poison his cellmate with chlorine gas.
He didn't realize sharing cell also meant sharing the air.
Chlorine gas pools near the ground. He thought he'd be safe in the top bunk.
Well, why would anyone try to poison our guy?
He makes a living sending people to prison.
But he's not in prison, and it's kind of hard to gas a guy unless you can seal him in a room first.
Which is why Arceus created a universe with 3 states of matter and 300 solid and liquid poisons that could cause his symptoms.
Arceus?
Look it up. And alkalinize his urine. Go search his home, talk to his wife, see if you can get her to tell us what she used.
Wait, why would you think his wife poisoned him?
Because dangerous people don't break into your home, they live in it. Although his kids are old enough to want daddy dead, they're still too young to do anything about it.
Must be such a pleasure to live in your head.
You're right, kids might be precocious. You handle his house, you handle him and his wife.
They get to just hang out and do nothing?
If you need help, take whoever you want.
I'll take Taub.
Interesting.
No, it's not. It was a 50-50 choice. I'm totally fine with Taub or Park.
Cool, I'll take Taub.
And I'll take Park.
That was fun.
Not really.
I don't see how that's possible. Tommy's the most popular guy in his office. He's even had defendants thank him after they were sentenced.
Why would they thank him?
Because he doesn't treat them like scum. He makes them feel like he's helping by offering a plea or even just by letting them pay their debt and clear their conscience. And even if someone wanted to poison him, I don't see how they would do it. He never eats or drinks anything that we haven't made at home.
Wait, you mean literally? Like not even a bottle of water?
No.
So he was obviously afraid of something.
Yeah, rats, mice, cockroaches.
My first job out of law school was at the health department. If you'd have seen some of the kitchens or the processing plants I have, you'd cook all your own food, too.
Suppose it wouldn't have to be in food. You gotten any strange letters or packages recently?
No.
Also wouldn't have to be at work.
We've got 2 young kids. There's definitely no poisons I could have actually been exposed to at home.
What if it wasn't an accident? How are things between you and your wife?
Are you asking me if I think my wife is trying to kill me?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely not. This is coming from a man whose eyes are wide open. I have prosecuted hundreds of despicable acts by husbands, wives, parents. I can assure you.
I love my husband, and I would not ever, even for a second, consider doing anything to hurt him.
Don't tell me. The jealous wife in the dining room with bipyridal herbicide.
We didn't find any poisons.
We obviously found something.
Yeah, a hidden bunker with enough guns to defend Fort Knox.
I'll break into it.
Cool.
That's impossible. You must have broken into the wrong house.
And you have creepy neighbors because there were photos of you and your kids all over.
I don't understand. How could this...
I had to put in during the remodel last year.
But we went over the plans together.
It's not on the plans. I didn't want the city to know about it. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I didn't want you and the kids to worry.
About what? Tommy, what is it? Why would you think you needed so many guns?
You don't need to stay. You won't have results until the morning.
It's okay, I'll stay.
Go. I'm sure your mother's ready for a break by now. Huh? Give the kids a kiss from me.
You think it's the end of the world, but you wanted kids.
Oh, honey, come on. I don't think the world's coming to an end. Look. You have a spare tire in your car, right? That's what those guns are. I mean, I hope to God I never have to use one. But if we can wake up and learn that the entire banking system has gone bankrupt overnight, it just seems stupid not to have a jack in the trunk. Just in case.
And you've always...
What's that from?
I don't know.
You don't feel that?
No.
He also spiked a fever overnight. Could be TB.
You want to say it?
Say what?
There's no sign of atelectasis or infiltrates on the chest x-ray.
Yeah, it's med speak for she's an idiot.
Systemic sclerosis can cause lower extremity ulcers.
It would have to be pretty far along. His first symptom was just a few days ago.
His paranoia started at least a year ago.
If he's paranoid.
So, it's either not sclerosis or it's extremely aggressive sclerosis.
We should biopsy the skin lesion and start him on enoxaparin.
Shouldn't we wait for the biopsy results before we start treatment?
Now's your chance. She's leading with her chin.
I agree with her.
No, you don't. Which means you're both idiots. Get to work.
You're either preparing to fight Pacquiao or you're having one heck of a bad day. I'm Anita.
Eric, nice to meet you. You can tell Taub that he's gonna get the same treatment as this heavy bag if he doesn't cut this crap out.
Who's Taub?
You know, I'm sure you're a nice person and you have no idea what you've gotten sucked into, but really, I'm not interested.
Okay, and I'm sure you're a nice person, but I just moved from Atlanta. This is my first time at this gym, so definitely don't know who this Taub guy is. But I already agree. He's a jerk. Are you sure you don't want to start over? Take your time. I'll be around.
Taub, it's Foreman.
I can't talk now, a little busy.
What's going on?
I gotta go! He was hallucinating. He was being attacked by bears.
Points again to paranoia.
I agree, except for the again. Acute onset points to tularemia.
Or it's been chronic, which points to GAD autoimmunity. Explains the neurological impairment as well as the normal blood work.
Tularemia doesn't always show up in blood work either.
You know what else doesn't show up on the blood work? Nothing. This could be all psychiatric. An untreated schizoid disorder, he's finally lost the ability to suppress.
Schizophrenia doesn't cause skin ulcers or fevers.
No, but digging delusions out of your skin with dirty fingernails could cause both.
I don't think he's a psych case.
Because you're paranoid about paranoia.
Because his symptoms point towards an infection that spread to his brain. I think we should treat with high-dose broad-spectrum
Which will kill him if it's a GAD autoimmunity.
Treat for GAD. Corticosteroids and IV immunoglobulin.